Okay, today is this is my second day of fasting. So I've been doing very well on the one day. I wouldn't say not very well, but decent. I think this is about tomorrow will be 6 days total, no food, and then the one day that I've eaten in between. And that was very good, having nothing. And today I had a little, like 3, maybe 4 tablespoons of broth, and I felt guilty. And then I ended up looking at my body and was swollen. And I'm like, I drink salt, right? I drink salt, I sprinkle it on everything and anything, even before I taste my food. So that's the little bit of salt that was in that broth was not the reason why I was swollen. And for me, I was thinking, like, what the hell is going on? Why is this taking place? That is not the reason for my stomach being big, and I ain't had no food, and it's been 6 days, one day to eat, and this doesn't make any sense. I'm swollen. I'm fat. And I eat one day a fucking week. I'm upset. But I couldn't figure it out. And then just a minute ago, because this happens all the time, even when I was back home in Ohio and I was doing my dry fast, I would maybe snack on a little chip. And then all of a sudden, I'm fat. I done gained 4 or 5 pounds of swelling. This is what it is. Okay, so for me, and I'm documenting this because I have to remember this. I got this from the Dark Light Tower. His name was Bud. R. Bud was his name, and he is on, his liquidarian journey right now. But he's not a breatharian, but he's a liquidarian. And I don't know, maybe he does consider himself a breatharian, but I think he drinks his meals. So that's a liquidarian, especially if you're drinking more than, one, or if you're drinking more than 3 times a week, that you're a liquidarian. So nonetheless, I was listening to him, and it said temptation, and Lord knows I wanted to hear what he had to say, because I'm tempted 24/7. And I know that if I don't stay on this journey, I suffer. I suffer. So I clicked on it real fast because temptation runs my life. And he said that when you're in resistance on this journey, you're holding on to negative energy that needs to be fed. The negative energy needs to be fed, and it feeds off of the resistance, which creates swelling inside of the body. So it's all of my thoughts of negativity holding on. This is what he said, holding on to negative thoughts and wanting to resist, and all of the resistance that you're thinking of is feeding the body negatively. It's metaphysical. And that makes so much fucking sense. I'm so excited that I clicked on his video because, of course, there's a million ways to explain why your body swells up during a fucking dry fast or a water fast. There's millions of reasons. But I couldn't figure it out. So because I kept blaming it on the one chip that I had, and then I feel so fucking guilty after eating that one chip. I felt so guilty after drinking those 4 tablespoons of broth. So guilty. I was in complete resistance. And that's produced negative energy. And the negative energy was feeding off of my negative thoughts of being in resistance. Because I want to eat all the time. I want food every single day. And he said that it creates bloating because of those negative thoughts. Need to feed, need to get fueled by the energy. Man, I'm probably not explaining it right, but he did a video today called Temptation. Today is July 7th. July 7th, 2019. So look for that video called Temptation by The Light Dark House. And it explains, it makes so much sense. It's metaphysical. It makes so much sense to me now. When you're in resistance, things happen to the body. Things happen to the mind. Suffering is created when you're in resistance. But who knew that being on a dry fast and still in resistance, those thoughts are still feeding negatively to my energetic body? Oh my God, the light bulb just went off. Thoughts are energy. Thoughts is everything. You're doing yourself a disservice by constantly being in resistance. And check this out. I knew that. I knew my thoughts were negative energy, but I didn't equate it to my dry fast. I know my thoughts create my world. I know this. But I'm assuming that my thoughts, which was silly of me, couldn't affect me negatively, couldn't affect my body negatively when there's no fucking food inside of it. If there's no food in my body, there's my body, I should be losing this damn weight. But that's not the case. Oh my God. Okay. So it is so important. And I knew that it is important to be positive on this journey, right? That goes without saying. But the moment you come into negative energy, negative thoughts, you think that, you don't think of them as being such a big deal when they're everything. They're everything. Your body gets fat off of no fucking food. My body has been doing this for years. And I'm so grateful to him because he turned on that light bulb for me. Today, I was just looking at my body. 6 days without food on a 7-day run. And my stomach I gained this weight today, like 4 to 5 pounds today from my negative thoughts, from being in resistance, from mukbangs, food porn, hating the fact that I'm on a dry fast, constantly rebelling. Constantly having those thoughts, when can I eat next? Not being productive or creative. There's so many things that I'm supposed to be doing. And because my mind is fixated on food, I can't even concentrate to get the shit accomplished. I don't know what's better. Me being in school full time, and now that I have this 6-week break, I have an idle mind. I don't know what's better. Being in school full time and being distracted from your breatharian journey and not having time to sit down and ponder over it, because when I was in school full time, I was upset that I couldn't sit back and ponder or feel sorry for myself or kind of like let all of this soak in, the fact that I'm not eating for 3 days. I wanted a little bit of empathy for myself, but I also wanted this journey to settle in. I wanted to, you know how you just want to sit back and you want to ponder over what you're doing. Like, damn, this breatharian thing is really serious. Like, I can't believe my journey has come to this. I need this. I need time for this to settle, time for this to soak in. I don't know which one is worse. Me begging for that idle time because I was so busy. I was in school like 8 hours a day, every day. And even Saturday and Sunday, I was still studying. So I don't know what was worse. Me being in school full time, being distracted, but begging to just ponder over my not being able to eat, being a breatharian, coming into this breatharianism. Because I was very frustrated. And I was like, how am I supposed to process this? How am I supposed to get by this if I can't process it quietly? I have no time to process. Or having too much fucking idle time to process, and in return, I'm mukbanging it up, food porning it up. And all the while channeling negative energy in the forms of thoughts and being in complete resistance. All the while, my negative thoughts are feeding my energetic body, causing all of the swelling.